Okay, Ben here again, and it's time for Gamer Health number 4. I know it's been a while, and it's been a while for the channels, but that's exactly what I want to talk about today because 31 Days of Batman, while fun, I did need a break after that, even though cleanup wasn't really a break, as we'll probably discuss. But yeah, mental health is very important. And I am by no means an expert or even qualified to talk about the thing, but that's one of the solutions I'll talk about later too. Anyway, yeah, so, I just wanted to take a break from the videos for a bit after Batman. I did clean up with Arkham City for a few days, and again, we'll get into all that later. But first things first, it goes back to, was it Gamer Health 1? I think was physical health. 2 should have been hand care or your eyesight, or that was 3 or 2. Anyway, physical health. First of all, if you want to have good mental health, you need to take care of your physical health. And I know personally I don't get enough sleep. One, because it's so easy to fall down the rabbit hole when you're enjoying a game and you just forget the time. When you're on the internet, Wikipedia or YouTube, you're enjoying what you're reading, you're enjoying what you're watching, and you just keep going, and suddenly it's really late at night or really early in the morning, and it's like, oh my God, I need to go sleep. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with me? So yeah, sleep is very important. And another thing, while I have a great job and I do love it, they moved the time earlier, and me being a night owl and the job wanted me to be a morning person, I already don't get enough sleep because of those two factors, and that's just sort of compounds, and I'm stuck in the middle. And while it is a good idea to try to train yourself to overcome your nature, nature versus nurture, sometimes it just doesn't work that way, and sometimes you just want to do what you want to do, because it's your nature. Even reading, stay up all night reading, and suddenly you find yourself, oh crap, what do I do? I haven't had enough sleep, and then you sleep the day away and waste a weekend or something. So sleep, get into a good pattern. Try to get more sleep than you think you need, because about 7 hours can be good, but it's a range. I think the studies were 6 hours, 7.5, 9 on the higher end, but just follow your own sleep patterns and figure out what works best for you. You can't really catch up because there's no such thing as catching up. You just sort of work your way back to normal. But you can never make up the sleep you missed on a certain day. Yeah, so again, another rambling video on gamer health here. But sleep is important not only for physical health, but for mental health. Then the exercise part of that same video, I think, was while exercise is important for your health, you need the strength training, you need the cardio, but if you over-exercise or you don't take care of your injuries or whatever, people get old. My shoulder tends to get sore sometimes. My knee is actually not doing too bad, knock on wood. But that was since graduate school, so a good 20 years, my knee has been hurting. I kind of overdid it with one exercise, and my back hurt for a couple of days. But some things you can work through, and you need to learn what you can work through, what you need to rest for, ice or hot treatments. I do like to, when I sleep, we've got the blankets on because it's cold, but right now it's kind of warm, so I drop the feet up, put them outside of the blanket to try and keep cool. But I'm still gonna have the blanket up over my shoulders, keep those warm, and try to heal those, you know, minor injuries or whatever. So yeah, physical health very much correlates to mental health, so you got to keep both in line to be a happy person. Then moving on, we get into games, of course, because this is a gaming channel. First of all, there's playing games you don't want to play, or playing games for the wrong reasons, and that's the biggest thing I think gamers sort of fall into. If they fall into the bandwagon syndrome, like when God of War 2018 came out, I played it for the first 30 minutes or first hour or whatever it takes to beat the first boss, and I didn't really like it. I thought it was overhyped and kind of different from the other games. Whatever, I didn't like it at the time. So I actually stopped playing. That's good for mental health. But then I looked at the trophy list and I went back, and it's like, okay, well, I can't have one trophy on this game killing my percentage. So I went back and played it and actually found I enjoyed it more because I wanted to play the game. Well, the extrinsic motivation was still there, and there was the trophy thing, but I wanted to clean those up for me, not because to play with everyone else for the hype. And I found I really enjoyed the game, except for the stupid harpy fight, which was uber difficult even on the easy setting, which I switched to while I was doing the cleanup for those. But anyway, yeah, so playing games that you don't want to because of the hype, or playing for the wrong reasons for trophies, that's really bad. Alone in the Dark is another example. I could have pulled that piece of crap out. Terrible game, terrible writing, terrible script. It's just too dark, you can't see anything. But yeah, PlayStation trophies, I think it was PS3 trophies at the time. PSN, yeah. They changed their name. But they're like, oh yeah, it's an easy game, easy trophies, easy platinum. Sure, okay, so I bought it. And then I played it, and it was horrible. And then eventually, I wanted to finish the game so I could get the platinum and, you know, get that thing off the schneid. And, oh, the game was terrible. I absolutely hated it. So, the point is, don't play games you don't want to play. 2. Playing too much. And this goes into a little bit of Arkham City. Well, it kind of ties into both. I think Arkham Asylum is the much better game, despite using basically the same engine, I think, and controls and everything. It's supposed to be a better version of the game, but you go from 240 collectibles to 400 and add 40 if you have the Catwoman DLC, which this does because it's Game of the Year. So that's 440 MacGuffins you need to search for completion, and there's no way in hell I did that. I did get 401 because I wanted to end the Riddler thing, save the hostages. But yeah, I just in cleanup, I played this way too much last week, which is not good for your health. I did some of the combat challenges after too. Just got the first trophy for ranked. And it's separated into ranked and campaign. And campaign just seems like a whole ordeal because it's like 3 ranked matches back to back if I understand how it works. But no, I'm done with this. I'm satisfied with what I do. I'm going to try to get the Calendar Man trophy if it works without dating my system back. Because apparently the PS4 version of the game only gave you 5 years worth of dates. So, yeah, what are you supposed to do to meet Calendar Man if you can't meet him on the specific dates? But I'm hoping or thinking that either it's going to revert to the original date from here on out, or if you just randomly go for one of the days, it should meet up. Because the calendar does repeat quite often. Every few years, apart from leap years when the day moves 2 days forward. It will progress with fairly consistently. So it's the random ones. Thanksgiving is random, as opposed to Christmas, which is set. What else is random? There are a couple random ones that you have to go on specific days. Oh, Father's Day, Mother's Day. Those are 3 of the 4. There's 4 random ones that don't show up on the calendar. His calendar is actually blank in my game, which is kind of ridiculous considering, like I said, you can easily just program 7 days and then, oh, it's this year. I don't think they thought the systems were going to be played or used that long. Anyway, so yeah, playing too much. That also goes into smartphone games. Okay, so yeah, you got a small screen. It's very bright, especially because I think this is an OLED now. It's right in your face. My eyesight is kind of going bad because I use it too much, and that's also affecting my mental health. But yeah, this is always in your pocket. You can always use it. You can always game with it. You can always use social media, and sometimes you just need to disconnect. So that is not good for mental health. Be careful. And finally, when games don't work, it's also not good for your mental health. I was really looking forward to this, but sometime between the disc looked fine, so shouldn't be a case of disc rot, but sometime between 31 Days of Sonic and 31 Days of Batman, my CDX decided to stop reading. I got as far as the option menu twice, and then it started booting the game, but never fully finished. So I need to check on the system, see if that's going to work. And yeah, so all of those aspects of games can affect your mental health. You need to be careful to play the games you want with appropriate frequency. I mean, sometimes, grinding out the MacGuffins is okay. Sometimes it's not. Donkey Kong 64 is a case in point. And stuff like that. And of course, depending on your job and or budgeting skills, money could also be a factor affecting your mental health. So, just try to live within your means, and, sometimes you do like to party, and you may spend a little bit too much, and you just need to readjust that. But, it happens. And some people do live in poverty, so they need to be extra careful, and depending on your political affiliation, maybe they need to be taken care of and helped along a little bit more, especially veterans, since I am recording this over Veterans Day weekend. So keep that stuff in mind. Okay, so solutions. Boom. First of all, just talk to someone. I guess I'm talking to you guys now, which is sort of relieving my mental health. Hey, I'm getting a video out. It will be 2 weeks since Halloween and the last Batman video, which is kind of long. And I was thinking of recording some of the read-alongs, article videos, actually yesterday, but sort of slipped my mind with whatever schedule was going on. So yeah, talk to someone. If you can afford counseling or want counseling, need counseling, go that route. If not, just talk with your friends over a beer or something. But the point is, talk to someone. Vocalize whatever problems you have at work, at home. Talk to someone. They can give you solutions, advice. Whether or not you take it, that's up to you. Whether or not it's appropriate, that's also up to you. But talk to someone, get it out there. Relieve your stress that way. Second was do something different. So, what did I do? I think I was still in the middle of cleanup here, but we had an eclipse last week, and I decided, hey, it's the perfect time to play Castlevania during the Blood Moon, and boy was that a mistake. But it was something different. It's a game I enjoy. I cruised through the first 3 stages, and for some reason I kept eating it on stage 10, which is the caverns, and I couldn't figure out why. But anyway, after I finally got through that, boom, went all the way to Dracula. And again, this has only taken about 40 minutes or so, like the previous live stream, which I need to get on live streams, by the way. But yeah, and then it took me maybe 2 hours to defeat Dracula, which hasn't happened in years and years and years. And I don't know why, but I think it had something to do with the eclipse, because I wasn't really doing anything different. Although I did slightly learn the patterns better, but the point of all that was to do something different. Go outside, go for a walk, go camping, do something in nature. Break up the city life, which many of us tend to like so much. But do something different. Watch a movie in a genre you're not particularly a fan of. Fire Emblem, case in point, Three Houses. I wasn't a fan of the strategy genre, but that game was fantastic and was my game of the year in 2019, was it? So yeah, play something out of your wheelhouse. Go do a martial art, like movie star martial arts. Go do something. Just get out of your comfort zone. Read a book in a genre you don't like. Again, get out of your comfort zone. Do something different. It'll change your mindset. It will relieve stress. It'll help you. Yeah, so those are just 2 solutions to deal with, mental health issues you may be facing. And of course, I'm not qualified to talk about it that much. And there are people in a lot worse situations than I'm in. So, again, just talk to someone, get the help you need, and do your best. I mean, just remember, everyone's going through something. So, if we're together, we can get through everything together. And I think that's the whole point of this video, is to do your best to not cause mental health problems. But if they do happen from, because that's life, then talk to someone, work through it, and hopefully come out on top. So, thanks for watching me ramble on for however long this video is going to be. And we'll try to get some more gaming content out in a couple of days here. So, thanks for watching. And until next time, have a good one.